My view is the obligation of elected officials and law enforcement officers to recognize injustice when they see it and stand in opposition to it. But on far too many occasions, it seems that Senator Sessions has not followed that obligation. In 2009, the Senate debated the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act, the bill that extended federal hate crimes protections to people targeted on the basis of their sexual orientation or gender identity. But in the hearing on that bill, Senator Sessions said, and I quote, "I'm not sure women or people with different sexual orientations face that kind of discrimination." He said, quote, "I just don't see it," unquote. Senator Sessions repeatedly opposed a bill to reauthorize the Violence Against Women Act, or VAWA, the landmark law combating domestic and sexual violence. The bill would have expanded the law to protect LGBT people, Native American women, and immigrant women, but he voted against it 3 times. He said, quote, "There are matters put on that bill that almost seem to invite opposition," unquote. I raised this with Senator Sessions prior to his hearing, and I pointed out that Native women experience an epidemic of sexual and domestic violence, much of it at the hands of non-Indians, most of it, a large majority of it. And that's not a new development. But Senator Sessions said to me that at the time he voted on the issue, he didn't understand the gravity of the problem. He must not have seen it. In 2006, when the Judiciary Committee held a hearing on reauthorizing the Voting Rights Act, Senator Sessions said there is, quote, "little present-day evidence," unquote, of state and local officials restricting access to the ballot box. He complained that the Voting Rights Act pre-clearance requirement unfairly targeted certain states. He said, quote, "Alabama is proud of its accomplishments, but we have the right to ask why other areas of the country are not covered by it," unquote. Now, the Voting Rights Act pre-clearance requirement forced states with a history of enacting discriminatory measures to get federal approval before changing their voting practices. That's why Alabama was subject to pre-clearance, but he just didn't see it. Now, during his hearing and in his responses to our written questions, Senator Sessions has said that, quote, "all Americans are entitled to equal protection under the law no matter their background," unquote. He has said that, and if confirmed, he said he would, quote, "enforce the laws passed by Congress," unquote. But, Mr. President, time and time again, Senator Sessions has demonstrated an inability to recognize injustice, whether it is discrimination faced by LGBT people, discriminatory barriers to the ballot box, or violence against women. And if he can't see injustice, what assurance will we have that he will act to stop it? Mr. President, the communities we represent should be confident that the nation's top law enforcement officer is capable of recognizing the challenges that they face and will help them overcome those challenges. Before the Senate moves to confirm this nominee, it's important that we understand whether Senator Sessions is able or willing to acknowledge those challenges and to take steps necessary to address them and not turn a blind eye. I am not confident that he is, and I will be voting against him, and I would yield the floor.